I roll to the scanner, lift the lid and exchange my calc notebook for physics. An ocean of equations and deviations split between the two. I flip through the pages like treading water. Calc and physics are what will keep me afloat. BC Calculus and Physics C, my two VHS APs. Sure, I've learned sequences and series, how to determine the voltage across a capacitor, but VHS has been so much more. A global conversation about how to improve a kinetic summary, or a faraway friend who helps me solve a tough integral. I have learned, albeit slowly, how to put tone in a typed message, that sometimes you might come across as sassy until you add a colon in a closed parentheses. I can type these discussion posts thoughtfully whenever and wherever I please. No one has to know I'm sitting on the floor of the Spanish office, or if I'm actively on the go with an old laptop. I study in school, at home, anywhere really. I find a quiet spot in the writing center at school, sit down, pull up a physics lecture. For an hour, I'm alone in a school of 600. Completely immersed in mechanical equations, gravity pulls me in to learn more about electric fields. I am breaking out of school walls without ever leaving them. VHS lets me journey to 1,000 places and back without ever paying for a plane ticket or riding on a noisy bus. I can travel to Switzerland to learn math that will allow me to pursue my dreams. Or I can study with a physics teacher who happens to be one town away, physics that will allow me to be an engineer. These classes that my small school cannot offer, not when I'm the only one signing up. So I brought them here myself. When I pulled up the list of AP tests being offered at our school this year, I said, "Hey Mom, isn't this funny? Take a look." 3 of those exams I was personally responsible for making our school offer, but what I realized was that I'm not the reason. VHS is. VHS taught me how to always make things work. Find a way to get your point across thousands of miles, or even just across the desk to the person designing your schedule. I will have to use both the literal skills I've learned in physics and calc to survive in the biomedical engineering world. But what's more is that I've gained insight to interactions with people from around the world. The 8-week-long physics group project to create review docs for the AP, that was how I learned how to communicate. That was how I learned to write equations. I found myself constantly rereading the textbook, typing, retyping, asking my groupmates questions, reading comments, replying, laughing, retyping my document again, and finally turning in a finished product we were proud of. I learned more than kinetics and Kepler's laws or what the time constant symbol was. I learned to step up and be responsible for getting help and giving it. Calc and physics on VHS doesn't seem like a great idea, but I've had 2 completely different experiences. I've learned to work entirely alone, and I've learned to engage with others to put our best feet forward. VHS is more than just math and science, it's the whole world.